On to the bosses. Wrong way. Oh wait, no, never mind.
You shut your pipe while I know where I'm going.
You just don't want to go.
I don't want to go, but I know where I'm going.
And yeah, I said bosses.
I know. I heard.
It was a slip on the first time, but...
Howdy, Space Ranger! Get him, boy!
Are you for serious?
Play with this, you toy!
I think Pete would probably be your best bet to get first.
Worthless space toy!
I mean, you also have enough lives that if you lose one life per boss, you're still good. You know, if it... The only ones of these that actually got hurt by being lasered was the gunslinger, wasn't it?
And that's what I'm trying to get.
And it is hurting him, so... But he's the easiest to dodge.
No, he's not, because he groups with
Go
them.
home to your toy chest!
Oh boy. I hope nobody gets motion sickness. I don't doubt you can, but I kind of want to know what happens if you...
I would like to not die, please, thank you. Screw you, Prospector.
Did that? I'm pretty sure the one boss hit the Pete.
But I don't think it hurt him.
He said ow.
Leave
Dagnabbit!
us be!
Screw the camera.
Do you want me to take over if you lose a life?
No,
That determined?
I'm mad
This,
now.
you toy!
I don't think you're hurting him anymore.
I am.
Okay, yeah, I just wasn't saying that.
That is no way to...
I want it behind me.
How you can't see them?
Yes, I can.
Leave us be!
I think you can do this in no more than 3 lives.
Yeah?
2 at minimum. I don't think you're going to get through this with the last little bit of health you have. I think no more than 3. I take that back. The not Pete and not the gunslinger, because his actually Holmes. He's the one that needs to be gotten rid of first.
Yeah, probably. But I can't without the gunslinger coming up on me.
You've got them separated though. See, there's a good amount of distance between them.
Leave us be!
Question is,
Maybe you were right, maybe possibly.
the question is, do they have collective health or individual? Because it's certainly acting like collective. Because they've lost half health, which means one of them should be down, unless that half is not all on one, you know?
Uh-huh. And if that's the case, in theory, shouldn't I just be able to shoot the gunslinger until they all die?
Yeah. Wait, nope, there he went.
Perfect. Okay.
Do you want me to take care of those since I had better luck with them? No,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
what screws you up.
To your toy chest!
Because remember, you get dizzy after that and you can't dodge their attack. They recover faster than you do. Like I said, though, you do have the lives to just, like, bum rush it.
Yep.
That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Yep.
I think you could have made that in 2 if you weren't actually, you know, bum rushing it.
Probably.
Considering how little health they have and how much little you've lost. So everybody got out of the plane and it's clearly flying. The movie clip we got out, so what's going on? Right?
At this point, I don't think the movie or the game expects us to
The
be...
game isn't moving. Sounds like an audience like, yay! You know,
Yes.
like a cage match or something. That one was honestly not the hardest. Might have helped that we had extra lives, but it was not the hardest.
It was not.
Well, Stinky Pete, I think it's time you learned the true meaning of playtime. Right over there, guys! No! No! No!
I like how determined Buzz looks. Game 1.
Oh, Bullseye! We're part of a family again!
Ma'am, one leg.
Well, I just want to say you're a bright young woman with a beautiful yarn full of hair. A hair full of yarn. It's, I must go.
Well, aren't you the sweetest space toy I ever met?
What's that? Bark, bark? This fella says he needs to go out back for a little private time.
That critter needs help!
No innuendo there. You completed Toy Story 2. I can add that to my list. And we're going to speed through these credits, I guess. This might have been our shortest video.
Yeah.
Not even 10 minutes recording.
That was not nearly as sucky as I thought it would be.
It was, just not in a bad, like a terrible way. It sucked, but
Like,
honestly, I still think the slime might have been worse.
yeah. I think the slime was the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the one I hated the most. No, not true. The first boss was the boss I hated the most because he was the easiest and it was stupid. And all you had to do was literally stand there and shoot.
I think we might have beat this one quicker. I'll have to check the times.
Probably. But I hated how simple it was and how they put health in every freaking corner.
And then we were kind of wanting that later.
Yes. It's like, why did you put health in every corner on the easiest dang boss when all you have to do is stand there and
That was a lot easier than expected.
It was.
The bum rushing helped.
I expected that to go much worse.
I honestly do think if you hadn't just decided to bum rush it, you could have finished it in 2 lives.
And I probably could have. I was just so...
That was quicker.
I was trying to go the fastest route at that point.
It's a legitimate strategy. I've been known to do it in games myself. Have plenty of lives, are out of health, nowhere to find help.
Let's just knock this right out.
Yep.
Especially when you die, you come back to the
Exact same spot. Yeah, no checkpoints. Yeah.
With the exact same amount of health lost on their side.
Yeah. A lot of games where you would have just started over.
Yep. And if that was the case, I would have been trying not to die.
Yeah.
But since that was not the case, and I knew it was not the case, I took advantage. I was not sorry.
You know what this means?
I have to make decisions now.
New game next week.
I have to make decisions now.
Yep. I think you have an idea, though.
I don't even like making, choices about what pants I'm wearing that day, let alone picking teams.
But you have a couple ideas.
I may need to flip it. Sometimes it's what I do to determine pants. So if it's good enough for pants, this is good enough for games. This is a good enough for I have a couple of thoughts. I'll go ahead and say this because I've decided against it. That the first Toy Story game, I think we should just do run through.
What do you mean?
Like just play it all the way through. One sitting.
Why?
Because I bet you I can do it in 30 minutes.
And still 100% it?
You can't really.
No?
It doesn't keep track of how many stars you get, or how many of these things you get, or those things you get, or how many enemies you kill. It's just accomplish the end goal.
But if there's a maximum of something, I bet somebody's found it. We can look at that.
I wouldn't mind looking that up just to be curious, just to see. But I still say, because I remember that one, it's a very easy game, very simple. Every single one of your videos would be 5 minutes or less. Every one.
If we want to keep with the Disney, we still have Jungle Boat.
I thought about that one too. That one I have not played before. So that's why that one's on the list.
And I kind of want something back at Genesis, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, I've switched consoles by going to GameCube, which, yeah, those will be out by the time this goes live, so I'm not spoiling anything.
I considered...
A little late now.
I considered a PlayStation 2 game.
I will need to test the ripping on that before we settle on those, so if you decide on one of those, have a backup.
I was going to say it's just a thought. It's in the pot.
Because PS2 is apparently fairly difficult to emulate. We might be better off tracking down a fat PS3 and plugging it in rather than emulating it. Even though we already have a super slim.
I considered sticking with PS1. I considered 2 on the PlayStation 1, actually.
Anyway, we're getting long-winded.
Yes, but...
So, overall thoughts on the game?
It was harder than I remembered it being. But at the same time, it didn't... Difficulty-wise, it didn't suck as much as Gex did.
You know what still bugs me, though? The N64 version had an exclusive level.
And the exclusive level was supposed to suck harder than all the others. So
It's a water level. That's kind of in the description.
That's the norm, yeah. Gex has an N64. This one has one too, I think.
Yeah.
Did this one have any other levels in that one?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. Then we don't have to play it. Because I was curious about that too. We were playing through this one. We got about halfway through, and I happened to be looking up an article, and somebody mentioned that they were playing this, but they were playing it on the N64.
There's also a PC version. I think there's a Dreamcast version.
Is there?
I think.
That I didn't know. I knew about the PC.
I need to expand that library.
I knew about the PC one, though. I did. Because I think my dad tried to get me to play that one, and I never took to PC gaming like I did console.
I've been trying to get you into it.
I hate it.
Saturday we need to play Stardew.
No offense to
Tomorrow.
PC gamers.
No, Saturday tomorrow.
There's nothing wrong with your medium of choice, except that the controllers confuse me and I hate the buttons.
You know, PC can go basically any controller you want, right?
I know. But I hate it.
Say goodnight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, why not give it a like? And while you're at it, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment. As per usual, thanks for watching and have a good one.